He just farted in here and now it smells like dog farts. Freaking Poncho and his dog farts, man. He's passed out over there. Oh, goodness. Guardians of the Galaxy trailer has me singing Beyond the Yellow Brick Road. Can't get it out of my head. Do they have a new trailer? So that's what the smell was? It smells like dog farts in here now. Freaking Poncho. He's passed out. He's been passed out because, dude, I've been working. I basically just got off work like 30 minutes ago because it's like because it's like the end of the month and it's like really busy for us. So I basically got done working like 30 minutes ago. I was going to try and like record an episode of HEARTBREAK High right before I started streaming, but then I was like, there's no way. There's no way I wouldn't have been able to do it because I was still working and I'm like, I can't not work. So, yeah. And he's been in here for the past like 3 hours at least, I think, in here with me, sleeping on the couch. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. Guardians of the Galaxy Hollywood special. Oh. How are you finding HEARTBREAK High? I like it. There's something about like high school shows, and I don't know like what it is. I'll be honest, they're not my favorite, but it's very entertaining, I will say. And I like it. It's just not my favorite. But it is, out of all the like high school shows that I've seen, so far I like it. Like, it's probably one of my favorite ones. I haven't watched new Guardians trailer yet. Speaking of, James Gunn is officially head of DC Studios now. Huh. I didn't know that. Have you seen that 1899 trailer from Creators of Dark? No, I don't think I have seen that yet. Oh, the boy's up. Oh, goodness. Did any of you guys catch the gender reveal? I'm just curious if anyone was able to be in it or not. I know, like, quite a bit of my family was in it, because that's originally why we had it go live, because a lot of my family doesn't live near us. So, and, like, we have family that was, like, out of the country that was able to catch it, and then we have, like, my family who's just, like, all over. Well, they're all over, but they're mainly in the West, so. Who are your favorite characters so far? I like, what's her name? Quinny? She's probably like my favorite one. I love Darren too. Probably the two of them are my favorite characters. Dairy Girls on Netflix is really hilarious as well. I heard that. I think not a bunch, but I think a couple of people like have told me to watch it and it was really good. I saw the new 1899 trailer, pretty bonkers and intense. I wanna watch it. I just, like I say, like every stream, I don't really watch TV unless I'm reacting to something. So not even like trailers, I feel like, because even I've just been so busy. With like work, and then also with like reacting to stuff and everything. I've just been so busy that it's putting me basically all the way up until like I'm getting ready for bed, and then I like pass out. Jack-o'-lantern vomit. Yeah, well, because originally our plan is that we wanted to do a smoke bomb, like, but have it go off like a timed smoke bomb, not like one of the ones that you pull. And we found one, but it was not going to come in time. And so I was like, well, I don't want to, well, we can't do that, obviously. And we were thinking, and then Anna's like, well, we can like kind of make our own smoke bomb. And so we were like, okay. So we figured out, or we tried to figure out how to do that, but it didn't really work. And so like it went off, the smoke went off, but the color didn't work. We couldn't figure out how to get the color to work. So I was like, well, we were trying to think of some other things, and I was like, why don't we like do the whole like elephant toothpaste thing, because that would be like pretty cool or whatever. And then that's what we ended up doing. And it wasn't like a lot, like it didn't take us like, because even when we were trying to do our homemade smoke bomb, like it was just a lot of ingredients and like stuff like that. But the elephant toothpaste is only like, I think like 3 ingredients with, and like food coloring, and then that was it. So Heartbreak High. And Dairy Girls also has a gay character as well. Won't say who though. The hair looks way more red this week though. On the gender reveal, it was even more red. It was fun watching the gender reveal, having the live broadcast and commentary over your mother-in-law. No, that's my mom. That wasn't my mother-in-law. That was my mom. But no, I dyed my hair actually. So it does look a lot more red. Because this is what my roots looks like. So my hair is actually a lighter red. It's, I wouldn't say like I'm not a strawberry blonde. It was auburn, but it was like lighter, a lighter red. But I liked the red that was even underneath. Like you can see it a little bit, like right there. But I told my hairdresser, and I'm like, can you just make my whole hair like red like that? Because I wanted a darker red. So that's what he did. So it's darker red. And then because my hair actually went lighter as it went down, and he made it darker as it went down. So, but yeah, that was my mom. That was my mother-in-law she was one of the ones that was out of the country. My mother-in-law was out of the country. My mom was the one that was I'm glad that my mom was the one that was, because I forgot, because Anna, okay, I didn't really forget, but Anna was in charge of like doing the experiment thing. Well, she accidentally got the dye all over her hands whenever she was doing the experiment. And so she couldn't like make the yeast part of the experiment. And so I had to do it. And so I was like, well, crap, because I had already gotten the phone on the tripod and like got it all set up. And so I was like, shit, Mom, can you like hold the like just kind of hold the tripod, and I'll be right back because I have to like go make the yeast for the experiment. And she was like, yeah. And I'm glad that I had my mom do it of all people, because my mom was actually talking to the chat. And I was like, I think if I were to ask anyone else, the live stream, I think would have just been silent. Like you probably just would have seen the pumpkin for like, I think it was only gone for like, I don't know, maybe like 5-ish minutes. And so, yeah, I'm glad she was there, and she was like talking to the chat and everything. And then I came back, and then we did the thingy. So I'm trying to think of other comedy Netflix series. The end of the fucking world is beyond funny, dark comedy. I couldn't get into that, and I think it was mainly because it's not because of the show. It was because of there's an actress in there, and she reminds me of my arch nemesis from high school, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't watch it. I was like, I can't watch this. Anna watched it. She really liked it, but I couldn't watch it. I do have a sunburn here, by the way, too. So if I look red, I have like a sunburn here. I was like outside for like 6 hours a couple days ago because I was like doing stuff to my truck. So I'm like sunburnt on my chest and a little bit on my shoulders. Yeah, I noticed your hair looked more red in the last video. Yeah, the jack-o'-lantern was great. Also, was very funny how it looked in the end. I'm glad it turned out so well. We ended up we got like a jumbo pumpkin. Like we got a little pumpkin, not like a little one, but a normal size pumpkin, and then we got a jumbo pumpkin, and we used the little one as like a practice run, and so it turned out good. And I did a little video of it, and it still turned out good. But then we used 2 jars for the actual pumpkin, and then Anna and I both poured our like stuff into the jars, and then it just like went. I'm glad that it ended up looking really good. Of course, like we couldn't see the front of it, but like we could see it like coming up and then over into like throughout the mouth. And then we popped our little confetti cannons. I wish you could have seen the confetti cannons a little bit better on video, but it's all right. It was pretty windy that day too. So you're going for the Karen Gillian look? I don't know who that is. Let me see. Oh, I guess so. Not intentionally. It's kind of like what actually, that's kind of what my hair color was. It's darker now. It's a more dark red, but that's what my hair color was, that's what my hair color was that color. I'll have to see if I can find a photo. You can definitely see it like on Twitter. Like there's a past couple, my past like 2 photos that I've done of myself. Like you can tell it's more red. Is Dark your top 5 favorite shows? No. It's not. But it's good. It's just not my top 5. It might be in like my top 10, but it's not my top 5. Oh, sorry, my mistake. She was very funny. That's my mom. I told my mom, I was like, you know what we need to do one of these days is like, and I've talked to her about it, and I was like, we need to do a podcast or something, because my mom and I will just go back and forth with like different like banter and shit, and it's like I feel like my mom is she's just a really funny like person. Like she's just got a really like a really good personality. Like my mom, I feel like, can get along with anybody as long as like you don't like screw over one of her children or something. She'll love you for the rest of her life. Like, and she's so good with like everybody. That's just like her type of personality. And so yeah, I think it would be cool to do a podcast with her one of these days. But she's still in school, so she was like, yeah, well, maybe like whenever I'm not in school or whatever. Saw Elise Bauman in the first episode of Cabinet of Curiosities. Huh. That's cool. Yo, how you doing? Hey, Mikey. So what do you think of the new set pics / write-up of Orphan Black Echoes I sent you on Twitter? Did I not respond to that? I feel like I at least hearted it. I can't remember if I did or not. I looked at it, though. It looks really good. I wonder if we're going to get any of the original cast members. Surely, because a lot of times with spinoffs, they try to like throw in at least like a character or 2 in there. Dark is my favorite show, hoping that 1899 can deliver. I can see how it would be like someone's favorite show. I've just seen a lot of TV. So like a lot of I mean, not a lot, but I have my top 5. And I think it's a little hard to get into my top 5. I don't know, sometimes I made room for like Arcane. I think Arcane's in my top 5. There's Dexter, Wentworth, I can't remember like what order, Rizzoli and Isles, because it kind of fluctuates between which one's my like ultimate favorite. But Rizzoli and Isles, Dexter, Wentworth, Arcane, and Orphan Black I think Orphan Black's in there too, yeah. I saw the first 2 episodes of this year's TIFF. I don't know what that means. Dark creators were there along with Emily Andreas Pechman, who played Stranger Jonas. Huh. Whoops, meant to type Emily Beecham. Do I know who that is? I feel like I might know who that is. I don't know. Hey girl, just jumping on to say hi and see how you're doing. Unfortunately, I have to go, though. Hope you're well. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much, Sports Princess. I'm good. We all good. I hope you're doing well as well. But yeah, just staying busy. Not a whole lot of entertaining stuff is going on with me, I feel like. "15 days until Warrior Nun." I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Warrior Nun. And I'm going out of town like right after, is it right after that comes out? No, I think it's right after Young Royals comes out. Yeah, it's right after Young Royals comes out is when I go out of town. So I have to like I have to like do a bunch of stuff beforehand. I can take this off because that's done. Toronto International Film Festival, one of the best film festivals in the world. Oh, okay. I see. I know what you mean. I just didn't know what, like, I didn't know what the abbreviation stood for. I saw the first pic of Ella Purnell in her new series Fallout. What's that going to be about? Yes, you did hard. I really hope of at least a couple of cameos or at least mentions of some old characters. I see Orphan Black Echoes going for at least 3 seasons of trailer of 1899. Yeah, I mean, that's what they normally do with spinoffs, is they usually at least mention like some of the original cast, or they have like a character or two from the original cast in there, if not both. Like it'd be cool if like Felix was in there somehow, and I could see Kira, like them throwing Kira in there. Maybe not like the original Kira, but like maybe like, I don't know what timeline they're wanting to have it, but maybe like an older Kira or something. It'd be cool if Tatiana Maslany like did some sort of like cameo thingy, but I don't know. We'll see. I could see them having like photos of Tatiana Maslany, because like if they like reference the clones or whatever. Fallout is a TV series of the games Fallout, made by the same people who did Skyrim. Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was going to be like off of the game or whatever. My brother loved to play Fallout when that was out. I couldn't really get into it. I tried a little bit, but I just couldn't get into it. I think I think if I ever got back into Skyrim, like because I tried to play it once, and I was like, I'm kind of bored. But I feel like if I give Skyrim another chance, that I would like it. I don't have the game, so. He's in the same exact spot. I swear he's been in the same spot for like the past 3 hours. Just occasionally looking back, make sure he's breathing. I mean, I know he's alive because he freaking did a dog fart a minute ago. The other dog is out there somewhere. I heard her just a second ago. She was like telling me to shut up because I think she was trying to sleep, and she was like making noises. That's what she does. Whenever she tries to sleep and like we're being too loud, she'll kind of like, it's not a growl, it's more of like a I don't know, kind of like a upset moan kind of deal. She's like and that's her telling us to shut up whenever we make too much noise. So I'm sure I was being too loud for her. Well, yeah, could do both. Echoes is set nearly 50 years in the future. How long would you like to see How long would you like to see the episodes for, as long as the Orphan Black ones, or longer? I don't know. It depends on how well it is. Like, my thing is, as long as the show, like, it depends on the show and it depends on the writers. A lot of the length of the show depends on just like the writing and the show, like the show in general, like the whole essence of the show. Like Once Upon a Time should have ended after like the last good season was season 3, but it's just, as long as they're not repeating like content, then I'm good. I'm fine with it. But as long as it's good, I don't care. I mean, it can go on for 20 freaking seasons. I don't care, as long as it's good and it doesn't, like, Macho. I think he's having a dream or something. Have you heard of Chloe Grace Moretz's new series, Peripheral? What's that? All of these new shows, I swear. This is what happens when I don't watch TV anymore. Like, I don't even know. Like, that's why I have, like, I'm subscribed to, like, all of the streaming services on, like, YouTube and Twitter, because, like, if I ever do get a second, like, if I'm somewhere, like, waiting on something, like, if I'm at a doctor's office, or, like, if I'm walking around the store or something, like, and I wanted to look at something, then I'll look at Twitter, and then that's where I'll, like, see the shows that are coming out. Chloe was pretty funny as Hit Girl in Kick-Ass. Sequel sucked, though. It was so long ago since I've watched those movies, and I don't even really remember. Isn't it Nicolas Cage? Is that Nicolas Cage in that? And he's like the dad or something? I think so, right? Hold on. Kick-Ass. Oh, probably should say movie. I'm pretty sure that's Nicolas Cage. Hold on. Now I kind of remember what it is. Yeah, it is Nicolas Cage. I understand that she gets to show off her martial arts skills in it. That's cool. Anna Fishko will serve, I don't even know if that's how you say her name, will serve as a showrunner and writer of Orphan Black Echoes, while series co-creator John Fawcett will return as an executive producer and director. He's great. He does good stuff. Did you like the different approach of Once Upon a Time's 7th season? I still stand by my statement that it should have ended after, like, the last good one was season 3. I think the writing for Once Upon a Time just got lazy. I think if they would have put more thought and, like, if they would have it just got lazy. The writing for that show just got lazy. If they would have just put more thought to it, I feel like Once Upon a Time would have been great. But I loved it. I freaking loved Once Upon a Time. But after the 3rd season, sucked. And Lana Parrilla carried that show. I don't care what anyone says. She freaking carried that show. She definitely carried it from like season 4 until the end, because that was the only reason why I was watching it. And it's not because I slightly had a crush on her. It was because, like, she carried the freaking show. Yep, Cage was the father. Nicolas's movies are hit or miss. They really are, aren't they? Nicolas Cage's movies. I really liked, okay, this is, I really like older movies, but, like, Moonstruck. I freaking love Moonstruck with him and Cher. That was great. That was a great movie. That's actually one of my favorite movies. If I'm in a mood for, like, a romantic movie, that's what I'm going to watch. Well, it depends. It depends on if I'm in the mood for a gay romantic movie or, like, just a romantic movie. That's one of them. Also, another one that I really like that's a romantic movie is Starstruck. It's on Netflix. I just watched it a couple weeks ago or something like that. And then, but gay romantic movies, I like Imagine Me and You. That's a good one. I watched Elena Undone a couple of days ago. So it just kind of depends. Sometimes I get in like romantic moods. Not a lot though, because I'm just most of my personality. I just like the dark shit. So it's so funny because my taste in everything is so weird. It's so weird because my music, like if I ever played my music, like if you listen to my music on shuffle, like there's rap, which is when I say rap, it's usually just like Nicki Minaj. So I got Nicki Minaj. I have like 90% of what I listen to though is like rock. So I have the Cranberries, Evanescence, what else do I have on there? Cher. Nicki Minaj. I mean, it's so weird. My take, so like that, and then there's some like, cause I like some country music, not all country music, but some. So there's like a little bit of country music thrown in there, and then that's kind of the same way that I am with like movies and shows, because, like sometimes I'll want to like watch a freaking, there's a gnat in here. Sometimes I want to watch like a Disney movie, or sometimes I want to watch like a romantic movie, or but majority of the time I feel like I'm going to go for like a dark movie. So whether that's like a like horror, or if it's just like I don't know, Van Helsing Underworld, like those are dark movies cuz it's got gore in there, it's got action. And it is, well, it's not just like dark like that, but it's also like dark. Like everything happens at night. So, but it's just kind of funny. Like my taste in shit is so different. Sorry guys. I I had the worst sleep last night cuz all of my pregnancy hormones. All of my dreams, I swear, like big, like I had a really angry dream. I had a really I had a sad dream. I had like a um I had a really like intense dream. Like probably shouldn't say it out loud, especially, I mean, I won't go into specifics either, but yeah, like that kind of dream. Um and so it's just I would like, my last dream I had though was like a really angry one. So I woke up at like 6 a.m. and then I'm like, shit, I can't go back to sleep. So I'm like really freakishly tired. Anyway, just got done watching House of the Dragon and now I'm watching Game of Thrones. I've never watched it before. It's funny that you're watching it like that. I'm sure most, because you can totally watch, like, yeah, you can watch it in whatever order. We just watched the first episode of the House of the Dragon, or House of the Dragon, or whatever you want to call it. We watched the first episode like 2 days ago. We try and see if we can watch like at least one episode of something a day. But we didn't watch anything today because I was so freaking busy. And then yesterday, what were we doing? Oh, I had to go run to my parents and pick up some stuff from them. And then, yeah. I agree. Lana was great. She did carry the show. I went from hating her to loving her. It's like, hey, I get it. Like hating her character, yeah, Regina. But like, I always loved her. I love the freaking villains, and then obviously, you know, like the whole like evil QK thing. So, um, she played an excellent evil queen, and she was hot. So you can't beat that. I mean, come on. Speaking of gay romantic films, Imagine You and Me. I think it's Imagine Me and You. Is it Imagine You and... I think it's Imagine Me and You. I think. Yeah, Imagine Me and You. I can't remember if I bought it or not. I may have actually bought it. I think I did buy it because I was starting to watch it so much and then it wasn't going to end up being free. And then I'm like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm going to buy it, especially because I'm like watching it so much. I still kind of watch it every now and again too, so it's not like it's a waste of money or whatever. But yeah, Lena Headey was my very, 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 very first girl crush that I ever had. Well, I guess it's not a girl crush if you're gay, but like that's what my dad always tells me. But she was my very, very first like gay crush, I guess, or like crush on a woman. Because the movie 300 with Lena Headey, that was it. I mean, I had other gay crushes before then, but my big, like, I think the first time that I ever really noticed that I had a gay crush was Lena Headey in the movie 300. And I still think she's smoking. And, like, it's funny because whenever she plays Cersei, and speaking of Game of Thrones, I think she's hot in that too. And it's funny because a lot of people are like, ew, no, like whatever, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but she's hot. You can't say that she's like not hot. Come on. Like, yeah, I mean, Cersei's Cersei, but like she's still hot. Speaking of rock, I've been watching Def Leppard reaction videos on YouTube recently. Now, I don't know, like my two, like, sorry. I told you the boy's up right now, so he is making me like having the hiccups. Shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, the Cranberries is my favorite band. Cher's my favorite singer, and then my favorite song. It's funny because like my favorite song isn't even by either one of them, but oh my gosh, I can't think of it. It's by Temper Trap. What the fuck is my favorite song called? It's by Temper Trap. It starts with a P, I think. Hold on. It's not a P. Is it a T? No, because that's Temper Trap. Hold on. I know because it's my Sweet Disposition. That's my favorite song. Sweet Disposition. Yes, Sweet Disposition. Temper Trap. That's my favorite song. It's my alarm song. It's been my alarm song for like, I don't know, like 10 years or something. Never get tired of it. It's a perfect alarm song for someone who's a light sleeper because it starts off a little slow and then it gets like bouncy to kind of help you get up. Perfect song. But anyway, yeah. An emotional roller coaster, bunch of dreams. I think they are very tiring. Yeah, that's why I was like yawning and stuff because like, it was very exhausting. And especially the one that made me so angry because it was hilarious. When I woke up, I wasn't angry when I woke up, but when I woke up, I was like, oh, I have to tell Anna because Anna was the main one that made me angry. And then our friend made me angry in it too, and then my parents made me angry in it. It's like, I definitely like woke up and I was like, oh shit, because especially like all the different dreams that I had all last night. I must have been like, my hormones must have been crazy or something last night, because like I said, I had a wide range of different dreams last night. They were all very much different, and but I told her about the angry dream, and it was funny. Have you ever seen Happy Death Day? I don't think so. Maybe? I don't know. So will you be doing reaction videos for Orphan Black Echoes next year in March till it finishes? As don't think AMC will have all of the episodes on there, as will still in post-production. I don't know. Maybe. It depends on like what all is coming out in March, and I don't know. It just kind of depends. I would like to, but it just depends on like kind of how my schedule is going to be. And I won't probably know what my schedule is going to be up until like maybe a month beforehand. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I can do it 2 months beforehand, but usually it's just like a month beforehand. I loved Game of Thrones until that final season. Everybody did. I think the final season was so good. I just didn't like the final episode. Nailed it. I know you did. You got it right on it. Sweet Disposition. It's an excellent song. Lena was also in Dredd with Carl Urban, Judge Dredd remake. I saw Carl recently walking downtown here. Guess he's in town filming The Boys. Huh. Yeah, I think I've seen them like together or something. Now I don't remember. Like I don't think I've watched that movie or whatever, but I love Lena Headey. I still think my biggest gay crush of all time though is still Lynn Renee, but Lena Headey was my very very first girl crush, and then I had a girl crush on not girl crush. It's not a girl crush if you're gay. My other big gay crush was, and I can't remember what her name is, so I guess it must have not been that big, but the girl from Prince of Persia, the actress who plays her, she was also like a Bond girl in one movie. She also was in something else that I really liked. She was in quite a bit going for a while, and then like I haven't seen her in a hot minute. But she's hot. I like her. Prince of Persia. I should probably say movie, because there's a Prince of Persia game. So, Gemma Arterton. I don't know how you say her last name. I don't think she's really been in anything recently. Hansel and Gretel. That's another one that I watched her in, and I was like, shit. She was in Hansel and Gretel and Prince of Persia. They were out I think Prince of Persia came out, 2010. She was in 2013's Hansel and Gretel. She was in The King's Man, but I didn't see that. Clash of Titans, but I don't think I've seen that one either. Quantum of Solace, yep, I knew she was in that. Oh, she's been in Rogue Agent. I mean, I haven't seen that either, but she's still been in some stuff. But I think I remember seeing her in Prince of Persia, and then I was like, oh shit. That was like, I was in high school at the time. This high school was very confusing for me. But I didn't know I was gay until after high school, but I think that's why high school was very confusing for me. But yeah. Gemma Arterton, she was great in Saint Trinians. I don't know what that is. Gemma was a really cool horror flick called Byzantium. It has vampires. Oh. I have to check some of that stuff out. She was in something else too. I want to say, wasn't she in something gay? Was she in something gay? Or am I just thinking that? I think I'm just thinking that. There's another actress that kind of looks like her that was in something else. That was gay. What am I thinking of? What is that movie with? Virginia Woolf. Oh, Vita in Virginia. That's not her in that, I don't think. It is her! I knew it. I knew she was in that. I was like, I thought that was her. Yeah, so then that made it, even more so, but. Yes, our General Alder, I am gay and I find her stunning, so beautiful. I do. I have the biggest freaking crush on her. I do. Ever since the very first episode of Motherland Fort Salem, fell for her. Freaking love Lynn Renee. I want to watch other stuff with her in it, and I tried to watch Gossip Girl, and I just couldn't. Gossip Girl was just terrible, the reboot. Maybe I should just, try to find her scenes in there only, and, so I can watch her. Especially because she's got, a German accent in Gossip Girl, so I don't know. That's probably what I'll have to do. Is, fast forward through all of her scenes in there. And her and Jess are doing something. They won't say what it is, but they're doing something about the whole Talder stuff. but they won't say what it is. So, and I want to know what it is so bad. I keep watching the interviews with like Jess with like different people to see it, because she'll kind of like give like little hints away in like each of her interviews, and so I'm like waiting, but I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm excited for it. Chris is on point today. I know. God, Chris is like in my brain. Lynn Renee is Lena Luthor mommy. She kind of is. It's funny, like, they should have gotten her to play. Well, is she even? I don't think she's not that old enough to be Lena Luthor's mom. She's older, but I don't. She's not that old. She's like 45 or something. Lynn Renee. I don't. She's not that old. Yeah, she's like 43. Yeah, she's 43. So she's not old enough to be Lena Luthor's mom, but I know what you mean. Like, she's like mommy, not like Lena Luthor's mom. But I was going, because what I was gonna say was that it would be cool if she was casted as Lena Luthor's mom, but then that wouldn't have worked out because she's not old enough to be. Well, I guess theoretically, if she had her really young, then maybe, but no, because Lena Luthor's like in her early 30s, late 20s at the earliest, early 30s. Anyway, sorry. I've been thinking about it a little bit too much. Gemma Arterton is also from Kent, where I am from, but in Gravesend, same as other well-known people like Pocahontas, etc. Huh. That's interesting. Fan of Rebecca, fan of Rebecca Hall. She starred in a really good horror film called The Night House. Yes, because age differences matter in Hollywood. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it's not. I think it's not even like age difference. Like, it's just, do you look old enough? It's not even like, are you old enough to be someone's mom or sister, or like, you know, whatever. It's, do you look old enough? I don't think Lynn Renee even looks old enough to be Lena Luthor's mom. Because Lynn Renee, I don't even think Lynn Renee looks her age. And I'm not just saying that just to, like, you know, but I really don't. I think that Lynn Renee looks like she's, like, I don't know, mid to late 30s. I mean, I don't think she looks a whole lot younger than what she is, but I don't even think she looks like her age. Yeah. What? No, my heart can't handle it. Told her. Yeah, they're doing something. They're doing something about it. Because they're upset that, like, they couldn't ever really make Talder a thing, like, on screen, because it made sense for Talder to happen. And then they were live Sunday, and and I can't get over it. Lynn said that the whole infirmary scene with, like, her and Jess, you know, that whole scene, she said she played it flirty, like, on purpose, and she played it like that. Obviously she was, like, attracted to Tally or whatever. And so she played it off, like, she played that scene like that. And so I was like, oh, shit, like, it makes me, like, want to, like, blush, because, like, because, like, it does, not only because I think sometimes you think that a scene goes one way, especially, like, when you hope it does, and then, but it looked like she did, though, because especially the way that she, like, walks up and, like, looks her up and down and stuff, but the fact that she confirmed it was, like, but anyway, yeah, they're planning on doing something, but they won't say what it is, for Talder fans. So I don't know, but I feel like they probably have to be careful on what they do, because, like, whatever they do, because, it's not a part of the show, so they have to be careful, like, probably depending on, like, whatever their contract says or something. So I don't know what they're planning on doing, but can't wait for it. They even said something about that on their live too. They said something about, again, that they were doing something, but they didn't say what it was. Damn, Typo's my arch nemesis. I know. I feel you. The actress who played Agnes in Dark was one of the Kryptonians in Man of Steel. Oh, yeah? I always get Agnes and Enos confused. But Agnes was the gay one. I don't know. Enos might have been gay, too. I don't know, because she was looking at ladies in a magazine. I was like, is Enos gay, too? I don't know. Enos may have been... I think Enos was, like... I think Enos was fluid or something. Like, I don't know. She was... I could take Enos as being, like, pansexual or bisexual or something. It kind of... I like the fact that they kept Enos, like, alone because it gave, like, a lot to her character or whatever, but at the same time, I wanted her to be with someone. Preferably a woman. We didn't get enough gay shit in Dark. Not that we had to have it, but sometimes I like some gay stuff. I don't know how to say that name. She was yeah, that. Jess and Arlen Nikta did a cooking YouTube together. Huh. Or was it a TikTok? Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that they did something together. I mean, I know that they've done, like the cast have done, like, lives together. They've done several lives, and, I mean, they've done stuff together, but, like, Lynn and Jess said that, like, they're like, we're gonna do something. Or, like, they've already planned it. I don't know if they've already done it, but they've planned it. But, and they were like, we're doing something for Talder fans. But they haven't said what it is. I headcanon that after Adam was finished with Agnes, she went back to live with Doris. That is true. We didn't ever see where she went. I'm hoping that's what happened. Because the last time we saw her, she went into the freaking thing, the God particle. And then we never did see her again. So yeah, I hope so. I hope she went back to Doris. Because I can't remember. It was, they said, in like season 1, and it was one of the very first episodes where they said something about Doris either leaving, Aegon, or she died. But it sucks if she did leave because she left Claudia. If she ended up leaving. But I think she did. I want to say she left. But yeah, so that would make sense. If she left, then maybe maybe Agnes came back for her and then they left. Man, I would have loved some closure on that. Oh my god, he keeps freaking farting in here. He still has not moved from that spot. He's breathing though. I can hear him. He's snoring. What show are these characters from? I mean, we were talking about Agnes. Agnes and Doris are from Dark. But Jess and Arlen are from, they're the actresses' names from Motherland Fort Salem. Oh, there you go. It was YouTube. I wonder what channel it was on. Oh, my knee. That's not the God particle. God particle is an actual physics term for what I believe gives matter its mass. Oh, well, I don't freaking know. I'm not some scientist. I don't know. I just called the big thing a God particle because, like, the whole thing was, like, I don't think we actually got a name for it or whatever. The Void? I don't know, because I wanted to call it the Void or, like, something originally before we even knew, like, the whole God particle thingy, so. But yeah, I ain't no scientist. I don't know. I don't know any of that. He's probably not going to sleep tonight. That's going to be lovely. He's been sleeping for almost like 4 freaking hours in that one spot. He loves that pillow though. I don't move it. I used to move it and I used to like throw it off to the side so you didn't see it in the shot, but then I'm like, oh, whatever. He likes the pillow. So what's the schedule for reactions? I mean, I always kind of say it at the end. Well, at least for the week, is what I say at the end. But I mean, finishing Heartbreak High, and then Young Royals, and then Warrior Nun, Sex Lives of College Girls, and then Elite. And Sex Lives of College Girls and Elite are gonna be like intertwined, because Sex Lives of College Girls are only gonna have like 2 episodes every Thursday. So. And then that's all I know for right now. So the next 4 shows, which covers November and then half of December, is covered. Well, not even half of December. It's like, well, kind of sort of half of December. It's because of the Sex Lives of College Girls comes out every Thursday. Elite got renewed for a 7th season already. I didn't know it got renewed for a 7th season. Elite is good. It's just very sexually driven. I don't know. Sexually driven shows either make or break a show, or like, yeah, I mean, they either make it or break it. And like Elite is like strongly sexual. Sex Life of College Girls is obviously super sexual. What else is super sexual that I've done? The Boys, I would say, is super sexual. It's not like, that's not like the main thing, but it's quite sexual. Like there's a lot of sex in it. That might be it. At least for like this year. Euphoria is pretty sexual. It's obviously not a main thing for that show, but it is pretty sexual. But yeah. Apparently the actress who played Agnes was pissed with how her character was handled in season 3. Sounds like most of her scenes were cut. I wonder what they were wanting to do with her character. I can kind of understand that though, like, because her character for me, it seemed like what were they doing with her character? Because you could almost have that show without her character. So I would understand why she would be a little bit like frustrated or whatever about it. Maybe they just wrote it like that. Maybe because of her frustration. Maybe with the original writing or whatever of her character, but I liked her character a lot, and I felt like that could have been a big character, but it was just, I didn't, like, what were they doing with her character? It didn't really almost make any sense. What do you think of Netflix cutting down their prices with adverts and them starting next month? I mean, a lot of people are getting mad at Netflix for doing that, but all the other streaming services have some sort of like version of commercials. So why not Netflix, you know? I don't know. Like, why not give it, because they had like different options or whatever, so you could get the cheaper version that had like commercials, and then, or you could get the more expensive version that didn't have commercials. So I mean, everyone else is doing it. I don't know why like people are upset about it. Maybe because of the fact that Netflix wasn't doing it, and then they're like, oh, now you're just gonna be like everyone else. I think that's why they were upset. And then they were also like, why, like, now we're just getting back into the cable like field or whatever, because a bunch of people, I don't know hardly anyone that has cable anymore. I don't even think my parents have cable. I don't think they have cable anymore. They might, I don't know, but Like, no one has cable anymore. Everyone just has, like, different streaming services. Because there's no point in, like, um... But there's, like... Sorry, I got a text. But there's, like, Shit, what was I saying? This is what happened. Pregnancy brain. Commercial. We were talking about commercials, Netflix. Oh, cable. So, like, you were spending 100 and, like... I mean, when I had cable... I was spending like $120 a month just on TV when I'm like, I'm paying like, and then, but I still had Netflix and Hulu and shit. And then I'm like, there's no point because even all the shows that were on the cable were on the streaming service. So I'm like, there's no point in having both. And then I'm just obviously going to go for the cheaper of like the thing that makes more sense is to go for the cheaper of the options and go with the streaming services. I don't know. I mean, I always go for like the more expensive so we don't have to deal with the commercials, but yeah. Although our Netflix isn't actually ours, it's my mother-in-law's. But all the other streaming services are ours. I miss the OG Elite cast. I know. That's the thing with Elite that sorry. The thing with Elite that I don't like sometimes is like because they had like but that the whole point of Elite is to kind of like flow through different characters or whatever. But I do miss the original cast. We still have cable and a landline. Do you really? No offense to anyone who has cable, but like I don't know. It was just especially I think I was still in college at the time. And so like, you know, I didn't make a lot of money, so I was like there's no point in me having like streaming services and cable and so I just went with the cheaper option. Wasn't there a really crazy sex scene from Homelander or between Homelander and Stormfront and the boys? Probably. I think there was. I'm trying to remember what it was though. They're a crazy couple. They've done crazy shit together. I feel like there was, but I don't remember what it was specifically. I mean, on UK TV channels like ITV Hub, Channel 4, while it is on there, are adverts, and when you catch up on it, there are still adverts to watch. I mean, when we had cable too, like we just recorded everything so that way we could just fast forward through all the commercials. But then that was kind of still a pain in the ass to fast forward through the commercials. I don't watch commercials anymore. There was something that I watched the other day that had commercials pop up, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I think the only thing that I watch commercials on now is just like YouTube, like the ads that pop up on like YouTube videos. I'm like low key about to convince myself just to buy the YouTube Premium so I don't have to deal with those too. But I don't know. I have to go watch Stargirl. Have fun. Okay, have fun. Nick does Batcave, and the video is called Backing Beyond the Grave. Huh. Oh, for their cooking thing or whatever that they did together? I think Arlen's pretty too. I think she's really pretty. Remember, the new ad tier won't have HD. You'll have to pay more for this now, and other streamers are beginning to increase prices as well. I mean, they know what they're doing. They know that basically cable's dead, so they're like, might as well raise our prices. I mean, I don't as a consumer, I don't agree with it, but like as a business aspect, I do. Like, you know, like you have to think like as a company, it's smart to do that, but as a consumer, I think it's really dumb, obviously. But I was like, cuz I don't want to spend that money, but I mean, what else am I going to do? Not spend the money and like not watch TV? No. I mean, hello. I mean, yeah, they know what they're doing. For sure. Oh my goodness. That was a big yawn on that one because my eyes were watering. Whew. You know a lot of people in the UK that have a landline? That's so funny. I don't know anyone that has a landline. We had a landline, like my parents, when I like lived with them, they had a landline for, like, as I was growing up, we had a landline. Mainly, I feel like my mom just used it for her work because my mom worked from home for a lot of our childhood. And then they had it for a while though, but I think they stopped using it like 10 years ago or something like that. I remember when that was a big thing though, to have a landline. And we had like the old timey, like, my sister and I had like the girly like landline phone. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was just some like big pink or purple like thing, landline phone. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember if it was just like girly looking or if it was like designed to look like something. I can't remember. Wait, oh my gosh, we would get in trouble for like, also when the phone would ring and like we'd go pick up the landline and like hello, like blah blah blah, because we were like kids. We were like, I don't know, like 8 or something, or like I was 8 and then my sister was 5, and like, so we were really young, and I like go pick up our girly phone and we'd be like hello, and it would be some sort of like big like business call or something for like one of my parents or something, and they would be so mad when we would like answer the phone. They, at one point, I think they just unplugged our landline. So we just like use it as pretend. I have a landline phone, the deal, but not phone connected. Oh, I see what you mean. Like through the company. Yeah, we don't have that. I think sometimes it's just now automatically included. Like, I don't think that there's an extra charge for a lot of them. Because I want to say that we did too. Like, it was just a part of the bundle deal. So it wasn't like an additional amount. But yeah, we haven't had a landline in a long time. I never had one of my own, for sure. Not, because by the time I moved out, it was like everyone just had a cell phone. Well, for sure, I had, dude, I had like one of those, what was it, like a Go phone? I think that's what it was called, a Go phone? I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. At the time, Go phone. It was like one of the ones that you paid, like, yeah, it's called a Go phone. And like you prepaid minutes on it or something, or prepaid like an amount of text that you wanted to go onto it. That was like my very first phone. Now some of these Go phones are like smartphones. That's funny. Like, no, that wasn't a thing whenever I was oh my goodness, I can't quit yawning, sorry. Whenever I was like, because I would do extracurricular activities, and my mom's like, she needs a phone, and so, I don't know, I think I was like 12 or 13 when I had a Go phone, and then I didn't get a smartphone until I was 16, but that was like a HTC One, I think was my very first smartphone. HTC One. Yep. That was my very first smartphone, was the HTC One. It lasted me a while. It wasn't actually that bad. And then I had a couple of Samsungs after that, and then I finally moved over to iPhone. But yeah. And I had a Razr. I had a Razr at one point too. I think everyone had a freaking Razr. But it was in between the Go phone and the smartphone. And I almost went back after the smartphone back to the Razr because I really, really liked the Razr. But then my sister like fucking gave it to Goodwill or something. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So, yeah. Hey, Cassidy, sorry, I was in a Discord call in Nicole Tompkins' Discord, and we all just started thirsting over Nikki. So, oh, good Lord, Lucy. Good Lord. Nice of you to finally be in the stream, though. Thanks. Appreciate it. But yeah. When we used to have 2 landline phones, I used to pick up the other phone and listen when they were speaking, when they were whatever they were speaking about a few times. Oh yeah, I think everybody did that. And you just like, if you were really quiet, they couldn't tell that you were on the other line. Although some landline phones, they would occasionally beep or something if like someone was on the other line. So that didn't work sometimes. Thanks for understanding my word soup. It's okay. Sometimes I'm good at like interpreting what people are trying to say, and sometimes I really fuck it up because that's yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better though. Found my people. Love you, I promise. Uh-huh. That's fine. I thought you were one of my people too, but that's cool. I'm old to remember dial-up modems for the internet. At the time, it was groundbreaking tech. I think, I want to say, like, we had dial-up when I was, like, really, really young. But because my mom worked from home, she had to, like, get the more higher tech stuff, like, as she, like, went on. So, I don't think we had dial-up for that long. I don't know. I would have to ask my mom. Yeah, some of that stuff, man. I do remember, like, it's funny, like, the game stations and stuff. Like, I remember I had all PlayStations all at one point. I had a PlayStation 1. I had the skinny PlayStation 2, and I had the fat PlayStation 2. And then the PS3, and I had, the PS3 was, like, a glossy, like, finish on it. And, I had that. And then I sold my PS3 to my brother. And then I have my PS4 still here. It's right behind the PS5 is the PS4 right there. But that's really like as much as like techie as I got. Really as a kid. Hello, Lua? I don't know if that's how you say your name. I'm sorry. Terrible names. I am also one of your people. I mean, my Nikki Simp people. You don't know who Nikki is. No, I don't. But I mean, my people. I feel like we simp on Lynn Renee. We were simping on Lynn Renee earlier. Well, I was, and then a couple of people joined in on simping with Lynn Renee. But well, we were also simping on other people too. We were simping on Lana Parrilla, Lena Headey. Who else were we simping on? Gemma Artenton, we were talking about her. We were simping about quite a few people, actually. But hey, if you've played Resident Evil Village, she played Daniela Dimitrescu and Elena in Resident Evil 3 Remake. She played Jill. Huh, I didn't know that. I played the Resident Evil 3 Remake, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I played. I played a lot of things. I played quite a bit of Resident Evil ones. I just can't remember which one. I feel like I did. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to like do things that you love, like all of the things that you love, because I love reading and I love playing video games and I love watching TV and but I feel like I can't do hardly any of that. So, well, I watch TV like through reacting. And then I played the PlayStation a couple of days ago. What was I playing? I played Call of Duty a couple days ago, and then like a week before that I played some Assassin's Creed, and so I was doing that a little bit. I've been more into reading more than anything right now. But it's hard to do like all of your stuff and then also work. I don't know who any of those people are. Come on. Yes, you do. You know who those people are, Lucy. Lynn Renee from Motherland for Salem. General Alder. That's who that is. And then Lena Headey. She's in a fuck ton of stuff. You know Lena Headey. She's in Imagine Me and You. If gay movie. And then the movie 300. Game of Thrones. Cersei. She's in a lot of stuff. Gemma Arterton is in Hansel and Gretel. She plays Hansel. She was in Prince of Persia. She's in Vita and Virginia, gay movie. What else? I mean, that's just some of the stuff. She was also a James Bond girl in Quantum of Solace. You know who all of those people are. Lana Parrilla is, she plays Regina / the Evil Queen in Once Upon a Time. You know who these people are. Lucy, get a grip, man. Goodness. After all of those things I listed, if you still say that you don't know who they are, I'm going to be frustrated with you. Not really, but getting me all worked up right now. With my pregnancy hormones, I'm going to come across the screen. Man, it must be my pregnancy hormones just come out at night. With like the full moon or something. I don't know. Is there... I doubt that there's a full moon. It would have been funny if it would have been a full moon, though. Let's see. Is it a full moon? Is it a full moon outside? Hold on. I'm curious now. Now I gotta know. Probably not. Oh, the next one isn't until November 8th. But, yeah. I don't know. My hormones, I've just been coming out at night. Oh, and I couldn't stay or hang out because I spent the weekend with an internet best friend and we were watching movies. But I did see some of your gender reveal, and yay for boy. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Little Zion. It's going to be Zion Benjamin. I gotta confess, as a straight dude, I don't mind looking at Lee Pace. That man is stunning looking and has an amazing voice. Who is that? I don't know who that is. A lot of the male the male actors I don't know. Oh, I know who that is. I know who that is. I don't know the names of people. Or men. The only one of those things you listed I have seen is Once Upon a Time. So yes, I guess I kind of know who she is. Oh God, jeez. I don't know. Alana Priya also is in like, what's that show that was out? It was like called Swinger Town or something, or Swinger City, Swinger something. Lena was also in the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Yeah. If I showed you photos of like all these women, you would know. It would just take a while for me to set them all up on stream. If I really wanted to. We would have had to start this whole thing in the beginning of this stream. So I could like show you each and every one of these people. You gotta look it up, Lucy. You gotta look up these people. I'll tell you again. Okay. Well, first of all, Lynn Renee is my biggest gay crush, so you have to look up her. Lynn Renee. And then Lena Headey. Gotta look her up. Gemma Arterton. I don't even know if that's how you say her last name, though, so that's how it is spelled, is how I think it sounds. Who else was I talking about? You know who Lana Parrilla is. Who else were we talking about? I feel like that's maybe it. But yeah. But you're attracted to all the women. I'm like, too old for my taste. And I'm attracted to all the women, and you're like, too young for my... That is true. That all of those women I listed are older. I feel like Gemma Arterton isn't that much older, though. But Lena Headey, Lynn Renee, Lana Parrilla... Lana Parrilla, I feel like, is in her maybe, like, mid to late 30s. I don't know what you mean by, like, too old for you. I don't know, man. Older women, just... That's my type. It's what I like. I don't know. There's something about older women. Like Nikki, for example, she's 24. Yeah, that's too young for me. If they're younger than me, they're too young for me. That's that's my motto. That's what I live by. If they're younger than me, they're too young for me. Pretty much as long as if they're around the same age as my mother, I'm good. It sounds kind of creepy when I say it like that, but in actuality, like that is my type. Like older men, it's better. I mean, I dated when I thought I was straight. I dated an older guy that was like I think he was 11 years older than I was. That was my last relationship I had with a guy. He was 11 years older than I was. I think I'm just I my subconscious is like attracted to people who are like older. And I don't know, I don't for women, like yeah, it's a maturity thing, but also like for women there's like an elegance about them that's like can't beat it. Lee is in Foundation on Apple TV. Pretty cool sci-fi series. He plays a chilling and ruthless character. He was also in Bodies. Hilarious film. Huh. I've seen him in some stuff. I just can't remember what stuff I've seen him in. It's the same for you, but with older men. Is it Anna younger than you? I swear you said that anyway. No, Anna's older than me. Anna's she's not quite a year older than me. She's like 8 months older than me. So she's not like older than me, but she's a smidge older than me. And I've been with a girl that was younger than me. Quite, I wouldn't say significantly. It was like, I think there was like a 5-year difference. But obviously, I mean, that was only like a friends with benefits type of situation. And then when I was in high school, I dated a guy that was 1 year younger than me. I don't even think he was like I don't think he was fully a year younger than me. It was just he was in the grade below me. I don't even remember when his birthday was though, so I don't know. He could have been a year younger than me, but that was so long ago. But yeah, I technically dated one guy that was younger than me, and then I had a friends with benefits with a girl that was 5 years younger than me. But yeah, it just doesn't do it for me. I like older women. There's just something about it. Oh, maybe when you said it, you said she's younger than who you usually go for. Yeah, oh yeah, she's younger than who I know. Yeah. I don't remember, but I swear you were talking about the irony of it anyways. I think so, because, like, well, because I said, like, Anna and I both aren't each other's types. I'm kind of her type, but I'm kind of not her type. Because normally what she went for was, like, blondes and kind of wild women, and I'm not like that at all. But I think right before me, she dated a redhead, so I was kind of in her type, kind of not in her type. Mainly, I think all the girls that she dated were like wild though, like crazy. Not like crazy, but like a lot. But yeah, and then I like older women. But significantly older, not just like 8 months older. Damn, Keypad is acting up. Gemma is gay in the movie Summerland. It was entertaining. I don't think I've seen that one. I think I saw somewhere that Lynn Renee plays a gay character too in something. Like she plays a lesbian in some movie or show or something, but I don't know what it's called or something. I just know because like I like a lot of Lynn Renee stuff on Twitter, so like a lot of Lynn Renee stuff pops up on my Twitter feed. So it just like it pops up every now and again. Like I can almost guarantee you if I scroll through my news feed right now, something Lynn Renee is Or Motherland Fort Salem, because I've been liking a lot of Motherland Fort Salem stuff lately. So yeah, that's like my whole that's my whole like freaking feed. Yeah, I mean this whole thing. Like I'll show you, I mean somebody said Motherland Fort Salem. You probably can't even see it anyway, but oh, sorry, I got distracted trying to read something. Motherland Fort Salem, because there's a Scylla post, and then Taylor right there, and then like it's all Motherland Fort Salem. And then there's another one, Scylla. I mean, I'm showing you, but you can't really even see it, but still. Have you seen her art page on Instagram? She is so talented. Who, Lynn Renee? I've seen her do like some stuff, but I got an Instagram just because I wanted to watch some people like go live or whatever. But I'm not going to do anything with it cuz I don't do social media. I don't really like it. I like Twitter, but that's all with social media I like and need. She is very talented though. Like it's ridiculous. I'm kind of mad because she's so talented. And she's like drop dead gorgeous. Because she can sing, and she's very good at art, and, well, acting, duh, that, and, like, it's just, it's stupid. I hooked up with an older woman that worked at my local bank years ago. She was bi and was banging men and women everywhere. She wasn't shy about this. I don't know. I mean, listen, you do you, okay? But, like, if someone talks about how they bang a lot of people, it's a turnoff for me. You know, like, because even, like, I don't know why I always, like, end up talking about this, but I like sex. I'm a sexual person. I like that stuff. But, like, I also want to feel special. So, if you're banging a lot of people, it's a turnoff for me. You know? Like, I don't know. Cause even though I am the way that I am and I like the stuff that I like, I feel like for the most part I'm pretty open, but like, I like to feel special. And if I'm just another person that you're just gonna bang, then I'm like, no. I don't know. Yeah, Lynn, I don't think I wrote it correctly. I don't remember how you spell it. I think it's Lyne. I know that whenever I like Google it or whatever, it comes up. So I don't know if I'm spelling it right or if it just knows what I'm trying to look up, so it just automatically goes to it. I'm a DM you a random GIF of Nikki just so you could put face to name, but don't open it till I return, or I won't hear what you say. Okay, I was about to go and look at it, but okay, I'll wait on you. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think people like what they like. There's no shame in, I think as long as everything's consensual and like, all that good stuff, then, go for it. Whatever. You like what you like. And don't hurt people. Like that's my two biggest things is like consent and don't hurt people. I don't know, unless they want to be hurt. I don't know. Again, you like what you like, but like, consensual stuff, but it's just, don't be, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it's just a turn off for me if they like sleep with a lot of people. I could be I have a lot of friends who are kind of like that. Not a lot of friends, but the friends that I do have are kind of like that. And so I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, you like what you like, do whatever you want to do that makes you happy. Go for it. But I've talked about that. I've actually talked about that a couple of times, so I'll probably go into it, but Dude, he's in the same spot. Just passed out. Poncho. Poncho. I see your little toes wiggling. What you doing? Dude, I can't believe he's actually been passed out for like so long. Okay, you're back. Can I look at it now? Dude, my hair is so soft. I got this like new hair product stuff and it makes my hair so soft. Can I look at it? Are you okay if I look at it? Did you even send it to me yet? I'm looking at something else first. Hold on. What are your favorite horror flicks? I really like Orphan. Is it The Orphan or is it Orphan? Okay, you sent it to me because I got the thingy through my email. What else do I like? I like Insidious. I like those films. What else do I like? Poncho the Sleeping Dog. I know. He just a sleeping. We go on W's every day. And so he's probably passed out from that. What other horror stuff do I like? I like horror stuff as long as it's not like as long as it's just not strictly like jump scares and it has a good storyline. I really like them. Okay, hold on, Lucy. I'm looking at your stuff. Hold on. It hasn't popped up yet. Here we go. Oh, that is not what I thought she was gonna look like. I don't know why I thought, like, in my mind, like, every time you talked about it, I either pictured blonde, like blonde, or the complete opposite, which is, like, dark, wavy black hair. So that is not... That was, like, my original hair color. All right, before I dyed it a darker red. So we had, like, the same hair color. Why? Another Motherland for Salem thing popped up right as soon as I, like, went back. I like suspenseful movies though, like a mixture of like horror and suspense. So I like The Shining. I don't know if I would consider that like horror, but it's definitely suspenseful. Shining, Shutter Island. Shutter Island is kind of like a horror a little bit. What else is there? I don't know. I like suspenseful stuff, and I like as long as the horror again has good storyline. Not like it doesn't like the whole thing isn't jump scares, then I'm good. Did you guys see the shirt I was wearing in the gender reveal, by the way? Because I forgot to show everyone my shirt. I think I was just so busy like trying to make sure that I got everything into the gender reveal that I didn't even show my shirt. But I showed it a little bit because I had like the sticker or whatever. But it was cute. It said Momster on it. Anna and I had the same shirt. It was just different colored. Like she had a black shirt and then mine was gray. And then my mom's shirt. Everyone saw my mom's shirt because she was just like, "Look, I'm the grandmummy," which was really cute. And then my dad had his was like Captain Pop Pop or something. He had like a skull on it. And then my sister and her girlfriend had the anti-witch on their shirt, and then I think that was it. Then we all tried to do shirts except for Brady. Brady did not participate in the gender reveal because she thought it was lame. Well, in the live gender reveal, but she was there once we did the gender reveal. But she didn't really participate in a lot of this stuff because she thought it was lame. But Yeah. I wish she would have a little bit, but I get it. Because she's a teenager. A lot of teenagers are like that, you know? But I'm off to sleep now. It's gone past 1 a.m. here in UK, so speak soon. We'll see you hopefully next week, Mikey. The stickers were cute. Love them. Oh, the ghoul in the buoy. Yeah, it was really cute. My mom got those. Like if I didn't know what the gender reveal was, I would have said it was a girl. For sure, hands down. Would have said it was a girl. Cuz even right before we knew the gender of the baby, I was telling everyone I was thinking it was a girl because of like all of the stuff that I was going through and like all the midwife tales, or like what is it, the wives tales, not the midwives tales, but the wives. I combined two different things. The wives tales, or the old wives tales. That's what it's called. But anyway, so I was looking at all of those, and they were pointing to girl, and I was like, "That's it. I'm having a girl. I'm having a girl." And then, and then, whenever we found out what the baby was, I think he got mad because like the first time that we had like found out what he was, he pointed his butt at us, so we got a nice butt shot, and his little dingaling was in the photo. And so because we asked the midwife, we were like, can you tell what it is yet? And she goes, oh yeah. And so we were like, oh really? She goes, oh yeah. And then she like went to angle the wand, and then she goes, here you go. And then it was the butt shot, and his thingy was there, and I was like, oh okay. So I think he got mad. He's like, Mom, you want to know what I am? This is what I am. And like stuck his butt out. I know, girl. But yeah, it was just funny. He's a super active baby, and he cracks me up. He always points his butt at us every time that we do an ultrasound, and it cracks me up every single time. Haha, I mean, blonde is her natural hair, but I haven't seen her as a blonde since the movies. I saw she was in one when she was like 17. Oh, gotcha. Well, that kind of makes sense. Sometimes I'm pretty good at like picturing what people are going to look like. Sometimes I'm either way off, or like I'm pretty on point though with most of them. Like, because I work from home, and I have never seen some of the managers that I work with, like some of the clients that I work with, like their managers and stuff. Even though I work with them every single day, I know what they sound like, and like I work with, I know their attitude, and I know like how they are, but I've never met them. And so I was talking to my boss one day, and I was like, okay, so this is what I pictured this manager looking like. And she's like, yep, that's exactly what she looks like. I was like, shit, yeah. I was like, I even got it down to, I was like, okay, she either has a standing desk, or she has one of the bouncy balls that she sits, like, instead of a chair, she has one of the bouncy balls. And so she said, yep, she has a bouncy ball that she sits on instead of a chair. And I'm like, yep. I was like, I knew it. So I even like pointed it down to like specifics of like what I thought like how she was in her office. Oh, Lucy, I guess you deleted something. I didn't even see it. When I was scrolling through something, I thought I saw something, but then I hadn't read it yet. She was blonde and I guess older in Antrim. I don't know what this is. I don't really know when they filmed it, but it came out 2019, so 20-ish maybe. But she did say it took a long time between filming and release, so, huh. She kind of looks like, she reminds me of, it's the hair though. I was going to say she reminds me of, Kimmy Schmidt. My favorite horror movies in several years are It Follows, The Ritual, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, The Night House, Nina Forever, Host, Fresh Paranormal Activity, Black Coat's Daughter. I don't think I've seen any of those. I wish I could watch more horror stuff. I get so afraid sometimes when I start watching a movie and I'm like, especially if it's a new movie, if I haven't seen it, then I'm like, am I even gonna like it? I feel like a lot of times when I watch movies, somebody has to kind of convince me to watch it. Like if they're like, oh my god, it's so good, you have to watch it. Like, let's watch it together and like blah blah blah. And then I'm like, okay, then that's how I'll kind of like watch something. Is even like in my personal life, I go based off of like referrals and stuff, but or if I know I'm gonna like it, like um if it's like dark and like supernatural type shit, then I'm like, oh. Or if it's got an actress in it that I really like, then I'll watch it. That's how I watch a lot of this stuff, I feel like. Your baby mooning you on the ultrasound reminds me of Bart Simpson. Oh my god, I could totally see her son being a Bart Simpson already. Like I don't even know, like really, because his personality, I know when I start being able to feel him, that I'm gonna feel him all the time because he's so active. Especially, and it kind of irritates me, especially at night. Because I feel like, and that's why I keep kind of hiccuping or like, doing like weird things. Because he's kicking and punching my like stuff, and so that's why that. And then when I get ready for bed, like as soon as I'm laying down, like that's when it happens, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping he's gonna be chill, but I'm just like waiting for him not to be. But yeah, I would like for him to be chill, like kind of how I was. I mean, I had colic when I was a baby, but for the most part, like once I got through colic and stuff, then I was very chill, is what my mom says. I was a very good baby, but and like I think I was just a very good kid growing up and like stuff, so didn't really get in much trouble. I don't think I was too crazy or whatever. I had like a couple of wild things every now and then, but that was pretty much it. But Anna's like the complete opposite of me, so I don't know how I don't know if he's gonna take after me or her, but so far I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe he'll be super active in the womb, but then like maybe when he comes out he'll be chill. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, guys, I should probably get ready to go to bed, and I'm gonna take the boy out here. He probably needs to go potty. He's been sleeping for like freaking 4.5 hours. I sent you blonde Nikki. Is that what you pictured? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yes, that's exactly what I pictured. Yep. It's exactly what I pictured. I thought, because I said it was either super blonde, or it was the opposite, which was super black. I did not picture a redhead for sure. But anyway, he probably needs to go outside. Finishing Heartbreak High. And then what's next Wednesday? The 2nd. Okay, so next Wednesday I think is actually going to be the first episode of Young Royals. Yep. So Heartbreak High, and the next Wednesday, Young Royals. I don't know why I like blanked for a second. But I'm going to go watch Heartbreak High to keep up with you. Have a good night. Hopefully the baby isn't so active. Oh, I know, me too. But yeah, so I'm gonna go take these knuckleheads out. You just know my taste too well. Well, that too. Good night, everyone, and hopefully I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye, guys.